Welcome back to Key Talk Media. This your host, Key Talk. Check it out, man. All right. Hey, man, we got a lot of stuff to cover today with some Big U stuff to cover, some NBA Youngboy stuff to cover. Even Fani Willis is in hot water right now. Of course, we'll get into all of that. But first, we're going to work our way up through all the topics as it is. Anyway, hey, make sure y'all hit that like button for me, though, while we're actually getting into the topics of all this, right? Let me actually just bring it up on the screen right now. We're going to start it out with some Big U. We got multiple Big U topics today. But I want to show y'all what Big U said before he went into jail. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and go on to the next topic. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, so this was Big U on his way to jail. I don't think this is the full thing he said, but this is some part of what he said.
I'm looking at this video as I come in to turn myself in, and I'm disheartened by the fact that they trying to say that I stole
You're watching
from
Key Talk Media.
I used developing option as a front. Developing option paid my bills. They paid my house note. They paid the bills for my family, the money I made from.
So what he's talking about right now, he's talking about his thing is supposed to be like a charity kind of thing, right? Where people can donate to it, and he's supposed to put it towards a specific thing. I think it was to prevent like youth or something for getting the gang, something like that, right? Well, he is saying that the feds is saying now he was using that as a front. Buddy was involved in the gang. He was one of the biggest extortionists inside of California, period. You know what I'm talking about? Which, of course, is gang politics, and that's what the feds are saying. But he's saying, no, that's a lie. Maybe he's got some type of receipts where he can show her, this money went here, this money went there. If he's got receipts and show where the money went, then, of course, he'll be fine.
As an employee for developing option, I never mixed that with nothing. I didn't manipulate nobody. I didn't steal nothing. We did PPP loans. We did 2 loans. And that's it.
Now, when he say he ain't manipulate nobody or nothing like that, they saying that he was extorting basketball players. Everybody. I'm talking about everybody that came inside of Cali was having to pay up. They had to check in. I'm talking about, hey, I'm just trying to check in right now. You checking in for sure. Go in and send me about this much money. That's what they pretty much saying Buddy was doing. I'm talking about with everybody.
It's just like everybody else did. I didn't use no fraud. I didn't give none of fake names. And one of them we was paying back and one they forgave. You know what I mean? And the other one we attempted for and they didn't give us nothing for it. I filed my taxes and them coming around telling me I was using developing option as a cover. Cover for what? None of that's going to be true. None of that's going to be true. The government putting this big ass picture and they going to arrest 21 dudes. Some dudes I don't even talk. I'm looking at this video as I come.
So, hey, man, that's enough of that right there. That's just pretty much letting y'all know that Big U actually did end up turning himself in because he was actually on a run for a while whenever whenever everybody was getting arrested. Everybody thought he was arrested for a second, too, but he was actually on a run. Anyways, now, hold on, here you go. You already know. So, listen, man, Lil Gotit just came out and he got something to say about Gunna. Of course, man, the whole era of everybody calling Gunna a rat, people done chilled out on that, you know what I'm talking about? But you do have people that still coming out giving their feelings on Gunna, and Lil Gotit ain't holding nothing back. He said, hey, listen, man, Gunna make good music. He's a good rapper, but at the same time, he's a bitch. You know what I'm talking about? I guess he's saying that Gunna uses Young Thug for his notoriety rather than just standing on his own 10 toes. You know what I'm talking about? Anyways, well, let me let y'all hear Gotit talking about it. Lil Gotit.
Before a fucking plea. Yeah, man, fuck that nigga. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Buddy hard as fuck. Buddy know how to rap. He just a bitch. It be shit like
You're
that.
watching Key Talk Media.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all, nigga. The hell you talking about, nigga? I hold my own, nigga. I don't use slime to walk and feel like if I'm the biggest man in the world, nigga. I know how to hold my own. I know how to fight. I know how to shoot. And they ain't stop making guns when they made these other niggas. You dig what I'm saying? Nigga, like, I just want to tell y'all, like, bro, ain't nothing against Gunna, nigga. Man, he doing his thing over there. No supposed to do anything over here. I'm doing my thing right here. It is what it is. Like, ain't none of that going on, man. I do what I want to do. Ain't nobody tell me nothing what to do. I do what I want to do. I just, like, I ain't ever told nobody. I ain't ever did none of that. I ain't none ever. Like, I ain't ever did it. Cause I had, like, Lloyd them. Man, folks handle that. Man, I'm going to get out of there. Man, what are you talking about? It like, a nigga.
You already already know. So listen, man, some couple key things to pull away from what Buddy said. Buddy said, of course, Gunna won't stand on his own 10, but he will stand on his own 10. He'll do the shooting if he got to, the fighting if he got to. But on top of that, he said, but he ain't never told nobody he had to go that route, of that bang, bang, bang route. You know what I'm talking about? Because he got lawyers to take care of that because he got that paper. You know what I'm talking about? And that's pretty much what he said. Now, we take it to the comment section, read a couple comments, then, of course, we'll get to the next topic. The first comment is smiley face. The next comment says, his dude on head. Oh, what he got on his head? The next comment says, I remember bro was calling Gunna his pops. Hey man, listen, in the music industry, a lot of things change. Friends become enemies, enemies may become friends, and it's just a whole lot of things be changing within the music industry. You know what I'm talking about? That's one thing that you should definitely just know. Anyways, hey man, the next comment says, Gunna took a plea like everybody else. I definitely agree with that. Gunna definitely did take a plea, but a lot of other people took a plea as well. And a lot of people is like, okay, why is everybody just so much on Gunna? Why they not on Young Thug's brother who also took a plea? Why they not on everybody else that pretty much took a plea? But of course, Gunna get the short end of the stick. You know what I'm talking about? It seems like he took the most heat, but his numbers were still high. He still was successful musically. It's not like, so maybe back in the day, being a snitch and stuff like that, that would affect your music career negatively. No. The people that are being called a snitch right now in the music world are still excelling. They're still hanging around people. They're still getting booked for shows. It's like nothing happening to them at all. Why? Because the majority of the world don't care if people is telling or not. The majority of the world look at this whole hip hop and rap stuff. It's purely entertainment. They not really caring. If a person make good music, then the person make good music. They literally seeing all this as just entertainment. But you have people that's in the music that's actually taking this so much to heart. They're like, hey man, y'all need to mess with the real though, because you know what I'm talking about, he a snitch. But the world is like, we don't care, man. We just want good this and good that. Anyways, now, speaking of inside of jail, of course, NBA Youngboy officially will be getting out of jail next month. You already know. Listen, whenever NBA Youngboy get out of jail, I don't know if he's be able to do shows or not, but if this boy is able to do shows, he finna have some of the most wildest, craziest, scariest shows of all time. Do you know how many YNs? This like the godfather of YNs. You know what I'm talking about? So definitely, man, it's gonna be some wild stuff going down at NBA Youngboy show. They gonna have some security though. Of course, they better have some other security. You know what I'm talking about? They gonna be big. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about all the YNs. If you want to see all the YNs in the world, here I talk about all the YNs will be at NBA Youngboy's concert. Anyway, so if we, of course, take it to the comment section, a lot of people's happy. YB on the way home. Of course, Lil Nike was tagged. He's part of YB's crew. And of course, you know, he's from that Jurassic out of H-Town, Houston, Texas. This should show you money is everything when it comes to the legal system. Any regular person should be serving a 5 to 10, but he has money, does less than 2 years. Hey, man, money and also influence and also connections. You know, somebody but money can get you the connection, but also just being heavily invested by people who know people that's in this industry. You know, talking about the legal industry that's from, you know, they just holler at their people like, hey man, look, hey, you know, my boy, he's hey, you know how I go, man. Just hey, get entertainment industry, right? I say rapper lawyers need to have their own show. Somebody to do a series on the lawyers of rappers, because these got some of the most, it seems like they got some of the most best lawyers on the planet of the earth. You know what I'm talking about? What's his name? Lizelle Summer got caught with a switch inside of an Uber. You know what I'm talking about? They ended up saying, hey man, it was the last person that was in an Uber. That's who, you know what I'm talking about? That's who switch that is. You know what I'm talking about? So he was able to get that out the way. What in the blue hell is going on? The lawyers are magical. You know what I'm talking about? I think rap lawyers, hip hop lawyers are magical people. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, so now we're going to take it back over there to Big U, because an old clip of Big U is actually circulating and going viral again. And it happens to be whenever Nipsey Hussle died. He called right after Nipsey Hussle was killed. And he was on here and he said this, and this got a lot of people scratching their head like, what in the blue hell did he say it like that and all this other stuff, right? But I want to know, how do y'all feel about this video?
You're watching Key Talk Media.
A young boy would have been there like, yeah,
You did. You did.
Anyway, so of course, you know, somebody came on there, he said his whole justice for Nip, but I guess people didn't think it was genuine. A lot of people have been saying that, of course, he, of course, Big U has something to do with the whole Nipsey Hussle's murder. That's just a theory, a conspiracy that some people have. And it is wild now that he is arrested for some other guy's murder that was actually living with him. I think his name was like Rayshawn Williams or something like that, right? So, hey, man, listen, they really, really, really trying to take Buddy down. You know what I'm talking about? They said he's been for decades, you know what I'm talking about, been inside them LA streets or them, you know what I'm talking about, Cali streets doing his thing inside of them. You know what I'm talking about? Super active. You know what I'm talking about? Check in when you get to Cali, you know what I'm talking about? And that's pretty much what they said. Now, we take it to the comment section, of course. You see, you know, a lot of people with a lot of love for Nipsey Hussle, who, you know, a lot of people said that Buddy, you know, talking about when people got bigger, thought they were bigger than the program or did get bigger than the program, you know, talking about they had to do what they do. It says, close that back door. That's all right. I laugh now, cry later. I bet it's funny. I bet it's not funny anymore, of course, because now he is in custody. Now he crying for help. Same thing, make you laugh, make you cry. He always gave me Snake vibes, even before Nip. I always get this feeling when somebody not right, and most of the time I'm right. He doesn't seem upset at all. Was it because he laughed a few moments later? Oh, that's talking about because now he's arrested. Then threw a victory lap, shake my head. So, of course, there's a lot of people, especially on the internet, that believes that, hey, man, listen, Buddy is not, you know, talking about, a lot of people believe that he is a key figure, just like 12 of them believe pretty much, right? And people make it known, of course, within the comment sections of what they're saying. And, of course, people that's paying attention to the comment section, it ain't just like, I don't know, bro. It ain't looking too good for Buddy right now. Anyways, now we got to take it over to Dallas, Texas. Listen, man, they talking about building a $5 billion, you know what I'm talking about? That's a billion with a B, not a million with an M. A $5 billion prison inside of Dallas, Texas. What in the blue hell is going on? So it says, Commissioner John Wiley Price told city council members that this week that the county wants to build a new jail and courthouse. The revelation raises a lot of questions. It's unclear where it will be or how it will be paid for. The estimated cost of a new jail and courthouse is $5 billion. The Lou Sterry Justice Center in downtown Dallas is nearly 50 years old. We cannot build a new jail without building a new courthouse. So a new jail and a new courthouse, $5 billion. Price said that is a real undertaking, given public transportation, given the challenges. I'm going to let y'all watch a video over it right now as well.
John Wiley Price told city council members this week that the county wants to build a new jail and courthouse.
So the revelation raises a lot of questions like where is it going to be built? Who's going to pay for it? How will it be paid for? Fox
You're watching Key Talk Media.
City Hall.
The bombshell announcement came with sticker shock. Commissioner Price said the estimated cost to build a new jail and courthouse is $5 billion.
That jail is nearing a shelf life.
The Lou Sterry Justice Center at Commerce Street and South Riverfront Boulevard in downtown Dallas is nearly 50 years old.
We cannot build a new jail without building a new courthouse. And that is a real undertaking, given public transportation, given the challenges.
Dallas County Commissioner John Wiley Price told city council members the aging facility is creating challenges with staying in compliance with state standards.
For locations that you're considering for the new jail, are any of those locations outside the city of Dallas?
I can't speak to that. All I'm telling you is wherever we find the appropriate land to be able to probably build a courthouse and a jail, that's where we're looking.
Dallas City Councilman Kara Mendelson said the city manager needs to make sure Dallas is included in the discussion.
Let's say it was very far south of the city. I'm not sure how we would easily get prisoners from the north there.
The discussion came up because Dallas City Council members had unanswered questions about the city's contract to pay nearly $7.9 million to cover the cost of housing Dallas inmates.
Anyway, so right now it's costing $7.9 million to house the inmates inside of Dallas. So they want to get a bigger prison so they can fit more people inside of it. And of course, it'll be more money. Anyways, now, while we just got done talking about that, I got to take it back over here to trash talking Charles. See, Charleston White, a lot of his old stuff that he said is now coming back to revelation, and is you know, a lot of people say, oh wow, Charleston talked about this. Remember, Charleston White actually explained what the Rolling 60s told him and why they had to unalive Nipsey Hussle, right? Remember, Charleston White actually went down to California. Charleston White himself was like a former Rolling 60. Like, it got a wild story. Yes, of course, everybody just saw that video of him inside the courtroom on the stand, but don't forget, he actually became like, was it C-Nut like that, right? That was his Crip name. So, hey, listen, man, a lot of them told him a lot of stuff, and this video is now circulating or re-rising again.
Everybody know that. Everybody know Big U, nigga, called that hit, nigga, the Rolling 60s. Y'all know why the Rolling 60s killed Nipsey Hussle, man? This what happened with the Rolling 60s, right? And I was with them niggas, my nigga. This what them niggas told me, cuz. And this what made me say, fuck them Rolling 60 niggas. And this what made me say, fuck Neighborhood 60 Nip. Them niggas told me, cuz, nah, cuz Nip ain't bigger than the set. Nah, them niggas told me that, homie. Them niggas got mad. Them niggas got mad, homie, when Black Sam and them closed down the Marathon store. Them niggas really got mad when Nipsey Hussle family. Now, only the neighborhood Rolling 60s in the hood know this. When Nipsey Hussle family, after he died, when Irma's mother and Irma's brother went back to South Central to try to get the baby that was in the hood, them niggas went to call the Nip family. Man, that's some whole ass shit Black Sam and them do. They trying to take the baby. They wanted to exploit Nip family. That's why Nipsey Hussle's family, Black Sam, them, that's why they closed everything there. They wanted to exploit them people. So when the city of LA, when LA County, they wanted to change Slauson Street into Nipsey Hussle Street. The Rolling 60s, all the Rolling 60s got mad and said, nah, because you got the Slauson boys, right? How you gonna change Slauson Street? That's what made the set, cuz. Nah, we ain't changing. So they was really jealous of Nipsey Hussle, homie. All the big homies in the set was jealous of Nip because all the young niggas love Nip. So Nip had got bigger than the set, cuz. Nip had connected. Nip had got bigger than the set, cuz. Nip ain't big. Ain't nobody bigger than the set, cuz. Remember, nobody's bigger than the program. Nip got bigger than the program, so Nip got clipped because Nip became bigger than the program. So let me keep telling y'all the story. I'm fucking with them niggas. I'm fucking with Nip and them, dog. How you think I went to the funeral? So when Nip died, nah, them niggas like, nah, cuz them niggas were planning on sending the Marathon shirts down here to me and everything. So them niggas said, nah, so you see in the video, cuz we coming to Texas, woo, woo, woo. When them niggas got clipped from the clothing store, them niggas thought they were going to be able to run the clothing store. So when they got clipped, nah, Nip ain't bigger than the set, cuz. So when them niggas told me that, nigga, what? I pulled back from them niggas. I was sending them niggas money. Y'all was fucking with them niggas real tough. Say, tell Melvin Farmer, I still got that receipt. I still got that receipt, Melvin. You remember that package I sent to the bookstore over there in South Central? I still got that receipt to show proof I sent you a package. That package I sent you, nigga, get you put in prison forever. Melvin Farmer, you remember that package I sent you?
Anyway, everybody, so of course, like I told y'all, a lot of old videos of Trash Talking Charles is recirculating right now, and I know y'all going crazy in the comment section. Of course, if you don't follow my Instagram is Key Talk Media. Now on that Instagram, I got like a few Instagrams, but on that Instagram, you should be able to look at the comment section where it be lit at. Let's just read a couple of the comments. Did he just tell on himself? And let me read what people had to say with that, because I know it's something crazy. Ain't got nothing to do with him. They just told him they did. He definitely did, because now they want, like, what the fuck is in that package? He just said he sent him a package, and that package can get him in prison. Did you listen? Okay, so they're talking about the package right there. Anyway, so it continues and it says, makes sense. Yeah, they was hating. How else they was gonna get paid? Took my boy out glory for nothing. How he knew that? Big U always was screaming somebody not bigger than the program. And I want to see what y'all's responses was to that, because that is something that I often heard. It's literally a rule they all live by. Oh, that's a good reply to it. Preach. No one member is bigger than the gang. Nobody bigger than the program. Hey, nobody bigger than a program sounds like a great method or way or thing to say to keep somebody in check, to keep people in check. You know what I'm talking about? Like to keep you at a, it's like you can't really reach your higher self as high because nobody's bigger than the program. I mean, I'm just thinking about this in my head. I'm trying to like function that inside of my head. Antoine Doolittle, oh, that's the guy who got arrested with. Anyway, so like I say, man, a lot of old trash talking Charles videos is reoccurring. It's kind of like a lot of stuff that he talked about. It's like a lot of that happening now. The artists getting arrested. Speaking of artists getting arrested, DA Fani Willis. Of course, I know y'all remember Fani Willis because she was the lady that actually got Young Thug the Rico. Well, she didn't get it them. They did the work, but she pushed the button pretty much, right? Like she pushed the button to make the Rico go out. She got, of course, them. I think she got like Homicide Gang. Who else? Some other people as well. But also she tried to give Donald Trump a Rico. This the lady that tried to do it. And it does look like Miss Fani Willis has found herself inside some hot water. So, if we look closely, it says, Judge orders Atlanta District Attorney Fani Willis to pay $34K in attorney fees for violating the open records law and hiding evidence. A judge has ordered Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis to pay more than $54,000 in attorney fees and to turn over documents after finding that her office violated Georgia's Open Records Act, according to the Associated Press. So, and of course, a lot of people have love for Young Thug inside the comment section, and you can see because the first comment says, table turns. Trump had them do it. Oh, this person said Trump had them do it. Who knows? Possibly. She could have had more if she would have looked out for the cookout. Oh, they saying she they crazy. That's what she gets. So a lot of people is actually like dissing her. Of course, you got, you know, somebody put that video there of Trump to get back a motherfucker, put that 304 under the jail, going against your own people. So, you know what I'm talking about? You can see the temperature of how people feel inside the comment section. Anyways, now, it does look like that the best gambler in Texas, of course, Get Money Lil Ronnie, was laid to rest today with his daughter, Chink. Now, while they were laid to rest today, pretty much they had the service today. It did go on, and actually they had a huge long line of cars. Of course, the baby mother, Shaman, was in a car as well. Actually, it's a video I posted of her outside of the car. Now, she's got the camera, so you can't really see her, but you can just see the long line of cars that was with them at Get Money Lil Ronnie's funeral. So let me go ahead and press play for you. Yeah, so of course they're listening to music right now. And like I always tell y'all can't tell nobody how to grieve. Of course, those cars are with them as well, I believe. And I believe in back of them. And I believe they got maybe a police escort or something like that. You know how it happens whenever, you know, big funerals and stuff like that actually happen. So, but like I say, man, you can't tell nobody how to grieve. I know a lot of people had a lot of crazy stuff to say online. But, you know, it is what it is. Of course, you can't stop how people's going to feel on the internet. You can't stop about how, pretty much you can't stop the internet at all. It's always going to happen how the internet wants it to happen. Anyways, now we got to take it over here to Buddy. When I say Buddy, a Texas janitor was spreading STDs by peeing in workers' water bottles. Sentenced to 6 years of prison. How in the blue hell were they not able to taste Buddy pee? And then whenever they finally figured it out, what it is like, oh my gosh, whose pee are we drinking? Oh my, like how did all that happen? That's all I want to know, fam. I don't know. But he was spreading herpes and hepatitis A. So he was definitely doing some evil bidding with his pee. So but like I said, I still don't know how they never found out, how they didn't know that that's what was actually happening. Anyways, now R.I.P. BeatKing, of course, y'all know he's out of Houston, Texas. But his manager is now doubling back, and his manager has a question. They're like, hold on, BeatKing has over 19 million streams on this song. However, he's only getting paid $306.26. What in the blue hell is going on? So the manager said, this music industry is a wild place. How does 19 million streams equal $306? So, hey, man, it does get tricky. It gets very, very tricky within the music industry. I would imagine that his manager knows what he has signed, what type of deal that he's actually in. Now, I don't know that for sure, but depending on that. Now, I heard he was an independent artist. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. But like I say, man, hopefully they're able to get that figured out. And especially, you know, his family, his daughters and stuff like that, they're able to get some paper from their dad and all that work that their dad actually put in. Now, I'm sure maybe he could talk to the label or something like that, and they probably have more details for him. Anyways, and we're going to close it out today, but I want to close it out, of course, with something about Big U, because, listen, them people is on his trail. So, y'all remember whenever Quando Rondo partner Lil Pab got killed inside of California, right? And then eventually, Quando Rondo came out and he said, hey, listen, I'm dropping the flag. I don't want to do this anymore. Da-da-da-da-da. People are fake. They don't really have your back. A lot of stuff should be tied back together now, because the feds actually wrote this inside of the indictment, and they're talking about a time where Big U was speaking about Quando Rondo and Lil Pab, pretty much having no emotions, no feelings for him, pretty much saying, hey, you should have checked in. You know, talking about this what happens when you don't check in on the Breakfast Club, right? So I'm going to read this for y'all, then I'm going to play what they're saying. It says, Henley and the Big U enterprise are widely known for requiring a check in and out of town entertainers or gang members in Los Angeles. As Henley, of course, Henley is Big U. As Henley described in the docuseries, if I don't answer the phone, it can be death for someone else without paying a commission to an OG's organization such as the Big U enterprise. That alone, him saying that alone, shows that he's extorting people. Bro, these interviews and stuff, people just go to, like, bro, that alone, it screams, you can't come to my land unless you pay this money to my organization. Like, I don't know, but it's like that makes it easier for them people. You know what I'm talking about? Enterprise. Visitors to Los Angeles are at risk of violence. Henley has also provided examples of individuals who do not check in with him until it's too late, such as the rap artist Tyquell Bowman, of course, Quando Rondo, whom Henley discussed in another interview, and who was later targeted in a murder for hire plot where his associates was killed. So this is what I want y'all to hear and see what they're talking about. Let me actually turn it off.
Let's just get out, and then they have to have an experience before
You're
they
watching
realize
Key Talk
I should
Media.
have checked in. You know what I mean? Or I should have called, or I should have been moving a certain way. And so they get out, and they might be under your banner, but then they not respecting the banner. They ain't calling you. They got your number. They know.
Of course, whenever he says under your banner, he means a part of your gang. They might be, they're not your gang, or they're your gang, but they ain't paying homage to the gang.
Who you is, but they feel like they bigger than the program. You know, and you got a lot of dudes, like when I was here last time, that claim my neighborhood that's in this music shit, but they don't really fuck with us until it's a problem. Then they call him. Like Quando Rondo. I just showed Envy. Like, you can't call me now. You can't call me when the fire hot. You didn't fuck with me before that. You know what I mean? You had my number. You could have called me. You could have did all that. You know what I mean? But he was around about. But how is that fair to me? How is that fair to our team, though? You know what I mean? The youngsters get out in.
Anyway, so as y'all can see, these interviews, also stuff that he's actually just said, accusations that against him, they're going to be using all these to try to lock him up. They want Buddy gone. You know what I'm talking about? I can tell that they want Buddy gone. You should be able to tell that too, just by how, just the little wordings from the document that I've read thus far. They're giving an example of what he said and him actually showing that as well. It's kind of like inside the Young Thug case, whenever somebody would say, oh, this person did this and did that, and then this is when they did it, and this is when they talked about it. So it's going to be a long, long road for Big U. Now, how things turn out, of course, I will make sure I definitely keep y'all updated. If y'all haven't hit the like button for me, make sure you hit the like button for me. I'm going to wrap it up right here. Anyways, let me know something. Comment down below. Let me know what you think about this entire ordeal. I'm out.